Anyway, it made me smile very much when I found out this guy was also a comedian and also a very funny man. So please put your hands together for the lovely Aaron Sarlo.
Alright. House cleaning here. Place to put my beer. Basically.
How are you guys doing tonight? Hey! Yeah! I'm doing woo and yeah also. Alright, I'm Aaron Sarlo. I'm from Little Rock, as the man said. So, any Ryan Adams fans? Yes, alright. Well, you might like this joke. Who knows? So Ryan Adams covered Taylor Swift's record recently. Ryan Adams, like the king of drippy, kind of soft alt country, covering Taylor Swift. Have you guys heard the record yet?
Yeah.
I heard the other day, good news, I got my period. I finally got my period. Wonderful, a beautiful young lady before you now. I'll tell you some things about myself. I'm a big fan of language. I believe language is very powerful. I'll give you an example, like a little microcosm of how powerful language can be. I'm sure everyone in this room has heard someone say to them in their life, or read somewhere someone say, the cynical conceit, oh, there's nothing original anymore, no original thought, everything's been done, everything's been said, everything's been done, no original thought anymore. Well, I would like to counter that with a little bit of language. And I will give you an example of how that is not true with this question. Can I borrow half of a blueberry pie? See, those are regular ass words, and no one's ever said that to you till right now. So, original thoughts, you guys still have them, do not worry. Some more about myself. My dick has two names. Most dudes give their dick one name. My dick's so awesome I named it twice. My dick is named Private Floppy, and my dick is named General Von Squirts. I will leave it up to you to determine when you're all like, that's horrible. That's so gross. I don't know why I'm with the military theme either. I'm not really sure about that. All right, so we've been friends now about 90 seconds, so I'll tell you something personal about myself. And this is true, actually, both of my parents, both mom and dad, are gay. I don't know how I got here. It was like a little brief moment in college when they were experimenting with heterosexuality, and I showed up, and I'm really glad. I really like being here. But mom and dad are gay as the ace of spades. That's how it works. As a kid growing up with this, in a household where your dad's gay, you start to notice different things about your dad that make you suspect maybe my dad might be gay. Like when I was about 7 or 8, I noticed he was wearing this pair of pink pants around. This is a true story. They were his favorite pair of like hot pink pants. And he was wearing them around, kind of embarrassing me as a kid because the other dads aren't dressing like that. And what's up with you, Dad? So I asked him when I was a little kid. I was like, Dad, what is up with those pink pants you're wearing? And he looks at me without the slightest hint of irony and says, Aaron, these aren't pink, they're mauve. Okay. No further questions, Your Honor. I used to live in Boston. I'm 43 years old, and I look pretty good for 43. I think you all would do this. You're not horribly ugly, Aaron. 43. I used to live in Boston, Massachusetts. A great place to live if you have the money. I didn't, so now I live in Little Rock. But while I was living up there in the mid to late 90s, I worked at this movie theater. It wasn't just any movie theater. It was the movie theater in downtown Boston where they showed all the press screenings for all the movies that were coming out. So like when you look at a movie poster and it says 5 stars, the Boston Globe, I worked at the theater where the Boston Globe would watch that movie before they went to give it the 5 stars. So I'm working there one afternoon, it's like 96, 97, and my job at the place was I was a door guy. I was the guy they put at the front door. Anybody coming in from the outside didn't have a ticket, I didn't let them in. I was really good at my job, I really love that job. So one afternoon, this like little dude, gray hair, gray suit, pinstripes, really well dressed. He comes in, he tries to walk past me. I stop him. I go, up. Do you have a ticket, sir? And he looks at me and goes, oh yeah, I didn't explain. I'm an actor. My name's Ian McKellen, and I'm in the movie Richard III that's showing right over here in this theater, and I'm going to be answering questions after the press screening. This is '96, before Gandalf, before, Magneto. He was just some guy, and I didn't know who he was. I deal with crazy people all the time. I live in downtown Boston. So he starts to walk past me and go, up. That's great, Ian. Do you have a ticket? You're in the movie, surely they gave you a ticket, right? So he gets this look on his face, and I'll never forget the way he looked. He looked like he was thinking, you're the most adorable idiot I've met all day. And he grabs me by the arm and says, let me show you something, son, and walks me over to the movie poster, which is right by the theater, where Richard III is showing. He's the star of Richard III. Movie poster. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie poster for Richard III. I mean, it's just a picture of his face. Nothing else. The word Richard, the number 3. And he literally is giving me one of these. He's like, huh? Same guy. I look at him, and I remember very clearly thinking, that's a long way to go and a lot of effort to see a free movie, buddy. You win. Go see your movie, sir. So he goes in, he gives me a really weird look, and he goes in to see his movie. I go back to the door, and I'm doing my job. About 2 hours later, the movie gets out. And this, by the way, this all happened exactly as I'm explaining it to you. I'm not embellishing none of this shit. He leaves the theater, the Boston press, and they're kind of mingling about, headed toward the exit, talking to each other. And he looks across the lobby and sees me, Gandalf, future Gandalf. And we lock eyes, and he gives me a big smile, and he grabs the first manager that he sees, and he points across the lobby to me and says real loud, that kid almost didn't let me into my own movie because I don't have a ticket. He needs to be promoted right now. He's really good at his job. That's Gandalf, y'all. Okay, I'm going to play you guys a song in just a minute here. But I want to show you a game I came up with really recently. It involves your phone. Have you guys seen the iPhone 6 Plus? It's a really good phone. That joke has a half-life. Pretty soon no one's going to, what's a 6 Plus? You got to enjoy it now. Okay, so this game, I don't really have a name for it, but you could call it, I don't give a shit what you people are talking about. I'm going to fuck with you right now. So essentially it works like this. You take out your phone, you're in a group of people, and they're talking about some boring bullshit, you don't care about it. Take out your phone, and you get on the internet, and you search penis. And you'd be surprised, there are some penises on the internet. You do not want to see my search engine results. Anyway, so you just stand there, and the object of the game is to count the number of seconds that these people keep talking before they realize that you're giving them one of these. And you're just standing there. And then I'll give you an example. It'll go like this. Like, hey, I heard they're having the office Christmas party at Chili's. Oh, man, I love Chili's. Chili's is so great. You know what would be really great? What? If they had it at Applebee's. Oh, man, Applebee's is so wonderful. I love Applebee's. Hey, Aaron, where do you think that... Jesus Christ! What the dick? God! Damn it! And you look at them and you go 12 seconds. It works with anybody. This gag works with anybody. White dudes can do it. Black dudes can do it, right? Even Republican men can play this game.